Good morning, students, teachers, staff members, and members of our community. It is truly a privilege to stand before you today as we reflect on an important aspect of our lives, our role as citizens. Each of us is part of something greater than ourselves. We are members of a school, a community, a nation, and a world. Being a good citizen is more than just following rules or paying taxes when we grow up. It is about embodying values such as respect, responsibility, integrity, and service. It is about making choices that not only benefit ourselves, but also uplift those around us. First, a good citizen is informed. Knowledge is power, and we have a duty to stay informed about the world around us, whether it is learning about history, understanding current events, or simply knowing our rights and responsibilities. An informed citizen can make better decisions and contribute meaningfully to society. Second, a good citizen is respectful. Respect is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways we can strengthen our community. Respect for our teachers, our classmates, our family members, and especially those whom we disagree, create an environment where everyone can thrive. Third, a good citizen is responsible. Responsibility means taking ownership of our actions and understanding that everything we do has an impact. It means being reliable, keeping our commitments, and standing up for what is right even when it is difficult. Finally, a good citizen serves others. One of the greatest marks of a citizen is willingness to give back. Whether it's through volunteering, helping a friend in need, or simply being kind, our actions shape the world around us. No act of kindness is ever too small to make a difference. As students, you have a powerful role to play. The choices you make today will define the world you create tomorrow. So I encourage each of you to think about how you can be a better citizen, both here at school and in our community. And living here now, there's no greater time to serve this community. Stand up for fairness, show kindness, and never underestimate the impact of your actions. Here in Kingfisher, there are many clubs, groups, and organizations, all of which are always on the hunt for people willing to step up and serve. We are thankful for some representatives from some of those groups who have joined us today to help show us how we can better serve our community.
Good morning. I'm Jeff Hyatt, and I'm here on behalf of the Rotary Club. Rotary Club is one of the few clubs in town that helps get involved in our communities, and that's what I want to talk to you about this morning is community involvement. And I picked out 3 reasons why being involved in your community matters. First one is build connections and relationships. Next is you can make a positive impact. Thirdly, you can develop a positive growth for yourselves. So the first one, build connections and relationships. Community involvement helps you meet new people, build lasting friendships. Getting involved exposes you to different viewpoints and experiences. Paul Harris founded Rotary back in 1905 with 4 guys. Now today there are 1.4 million Rotarians worldwide, and they make a difference with Polio Plus, clean water for many communities from around the world that don't have that. Second, you can make a positive impact. You can directly influence changes that improve the quality of life for everyone. Through active involvement, you are a voice in shaping local decisions that affect your community. Deuteronomy 6:10, I'm going to paraphrase that, 6:10 and 11. We drink from wells that we didn't dig. We enjoy the shade under trees that we did not plant. You guys are a direct result of things that have been done in your community for you a long, long time ago, and you're getting to enjoy that today. So remember that as you go forward. Plant that tree, dig that well. Third, develop personal growth. Volunteering and participating in community activities help you develop valuable skills like leadership, communication, problem solving, and teamwork. Communities and individuals thrive when people work together. Rotary has a motto, service above self. It encourages individuals to be generous, thoughtful, and caring, recognizing that the act of serving others not only benefits the community, but also leads to personal growth and a deeper sense of purpose. In short, community involvement benefits not only the community, but also creates a cycle of positive change, strengthens both individuals and communities. You have the power to make a difference. Thank you.
Good morning, Kingfisher High School. My name is Jared Hendricks, and I am the 2024-2025 Kingfisher Lions Club President and proud alumni of Kingfisher High School, class of 2013. The main focus of Lions Club International as a whole is to help civilians with eyesight and hearing, along with civic involvement. We help people in Kingfisher, especially students, obtain eyeglasses when insurance is not available to do so. Within the last couple of years, the Oklahoma Lions Club has partnered with Huff Ear Institute to provide refurbished hearing aids to people who are in need as well. The Kingfisher Lions Club chapter started back in the 1940s. For around the last 80 years, we have been serving the Kingfisher community in many civic areas. Our civic involvement includes awarding scholarships to 2 of our junior Lions each year, working alongside the Kingfisher Chamber of Commerce, especially on the 4th of July to run the turtle races, working with Kingfisher Winter Nights by volunteering to work the lights. We also sponsor street signs across Kingfisher. Another thing that we do is donate to organizations and groups that come to our meetings and speak. Some of the donations we have made lately include Dolly Parton's Library, the Kingfisher Food Pantry, and a few mission trips of people with ties to our community. Our membership consists of businessmen and women and patrons in the Kingfisher area. We hold weekly lunch meetings where we invite other business people and organizations in the community to come and share the upcoming events and or new developments in their organizations. One of the things our chapter looks forward to most is hosting you all as junior Lions. We enjoy getting to know about you all, your accomplishments, and your future goals you have set for yourself. The Kingfisher community helped me in more ways than I could ever thank them. I am just grateful that I now have the opportunity to give back by being in a small part by being a member of the great Kingfisher Lions Club. I hope one day, if you all find your way back to Kingfisher, you will give back to this great community as well. Thank you.
Well, good morning. My name is Colton Demuth. I'm an employee of F&M Bank, and I also just finished my term as president of the Kingfisher Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. I want to take a moment today to share with you all the purpose of the Chamber of Commerce. Our chamber is more than just a group of businesses. It's the heartbeat of our community, driving growth, fostering connections, and ensuring that our town thrives. Our primary mission is to support and promote local businesses. We understand that small businesses are the backbone of our community, providing jobs and services that keep our community thriving. We offer resources, networking opportunities, and advocacy to help these businesses succeed and grow. Our chamber is dedicated to enhancing the quality of life for all residents. We collaborate with local government, educational institutions, and other organizations to address community needs and promote initiatives that benefit everyone. The Chamber organizes several events throughout the year that you all would be aware of, such as the Christmas Parade, the Car Show, the Easter Egg Hunt, and 4th of July festivities, just to name a few. In addition to those events, we also put together various networking opportunities, such as our monthly Coffee Vibes, Biz Connect luncheons, as well as marketing classes to help our local businesses enhance their reach across the community. Our goal is to make our town a better place to live and work. In essence, the mission of our Chamber of Commerce is to be a catalyst for positive change, fostering a sense of community and shared purpose. In order for the community to continue to thrive, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication from several individuals throughout the community. The one thing that we do at our annual Chamber banquet is to take time to recognize those individuals who have gone above and beyond throughout the year and award them as Citizens of the Year and Volunteer of the Year. Without these people, Kingfisher could not be the strong, prosperous community that it is today. I am now going to turn it over to Ellen Wilfong, who is the incoming Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors President for 2025, to speak to you all about the Citizen of the Year and Volunteer of the Year.
Good morning. Over the past 2 years, I've had the opportunity, the honor, to serve with Colton, and I will tell you that he has been a perfect example of humble leadership. And as I take over as president, I will strive to continue that same attitude of service and community focus. One thing the Chamber does every year, as Colton mentioned, is we accept nominations from the community for both Citizen of the Year and Volunteer of the Year. And after we received the nominations from the community, we sat down as a board of directors and read every letter before voting to determine who will receive the order and receive the honor and be recognized at the banquet that year. I'd like to read the qualifications for each category and then introduce the recipients previously. Volunteer of the Year should be a person who demonstrates a commitment to voluntary service and volunteerism that results in civic, social, and economic improvements of the community of Kingfisher, therefore making this a great place to live, work, play, and learn. The nominee has a positive difference in the community and the lives of fellow citizens. The nominee is enthusiastic about the town and its citizens and works towards the betterment of the community. And Citizen of the Year should be a Kingfisher citizen involved in growing the community through their vision and leadership, a person who demonstrated a commitment to service and community growth, who displays high ethical and personal integrity, possessing the strength of character and courage to do what is right. The nominee has an understanding and appreciation for civic responsibility, promotes citizenship through relationships with their school, community, civic organizations, and other activities. It's my pleasure to introduce to you two good friends of mine who are past recipients of these awards. The 2021 Volunteer of the Year is Terry Peck, and the 2023 Citizen of the Year is Dennis Muggenberg.
Good morning, faculty, students. My name is Terry Peck. I actually taught in this building and the old high school building for 36 years. Yeah, that's crazy. It never seemed like a job for me because I loved what I did. And I always volunteered. I would volunteer for the prom. I did FCA for 8 years. And I was cheerleading sponsor for a couple of years. I always had to be busy. And my parents told me at a young age, you're always meddling into something, so whatever you're doing, you better dang sure be it's constructive and not destructive. And that was wise words said to me at a young age, because I feel like it was a contributing factor of me being a volunteer for all of these years. Volunteer means to do something without pay, but I'm going to insert the word doing something constructive without pay. And I know it's just been fun working and doing things with everybody here. And I have volunteered for several years. I was Volunteer of the Year a couple of years ago. And that entails, my biggest project is working with Kingfisher Winter Nights at the park. And this year we had about 400 people volunteering. Most of the people up here, I see some people out here in the audience, students that volunteered, and you don't know how much we really appreciate it. And there's one kid that comes to mind when I'm talking about this. He was a freshman. He's a senior now, but he volunteered. He loved it. After it was finished, he said, "Is there anything else I can do?" And I said, "Oh, yes, we have to take everything down." He did that. He came back his sophomore year, junior year. I haven't seen him this year. He's probably been a little busy. But if he would come to me and say, "Ms. Peck, would you write me a letter of recommendation?" Most definitely I would. And he probably met some of these people up here at the park and possibly could be hiring him for a job someday. So you don't know what little things turn into big things. And I know you probably think, I don't have time to volunteer. I go to school, I go to practice, I go to work, I do homework. But just start with little things, like you might open the door for somebody. You might voluntarily take the trash out. You might carry your neighbor's groceries in. Start little, and it will progress to something big, and it will make your heart feel better. And do something, step out of your comfort zone this week and volunteer. Do something positive for someone. You might even take your teacher Valentine candy on Valentine's Day. That might be a very positive thing. So thank you all I'll see you at the park next year.
Good morning, faculty, staff, and students. I'm Dennis Muggenberg of Designs by Dennis downtown. My business is in its 44th year here in Kingfisher. Today, I wanted to talk about the importance of citizenship, not just as a legal status, but as a responsibility and a privilege that shapes our communities and our world. We often hear the word citizenship used in the context of voting or national identity, but it's so much more than that. Citizenship is how we participate in the world around us and contribute to the collective good. As high school students, you are already at the start of your journey as active citizens. But what does it really mean to be a good citizen? First, it means being responsible. This starts with being accountable for your actions, whether that's in the classroom or on the sports field or in your personal life away from school. A good citizen doesn't just follow the rules because they have to, but because they understand that their actions affect others. Second, citizenship involves being engaged. It is not enough to sit back and wait for change to happen. A good citizen takes an active role in their community to make change happen. Lastly, good citizenship is about respecting each other's opinions. We live in a world full of different cultures, perspectives, opinions, and experiences. As citizens, we must strive to create inclusive environments where everyone feels valued and heard. This is not only about accepting differences, but embracing them and learning from each other. Each of us has a role to play, and that role begins here at school. How can we make our school and community a better place? It starts with taking small actions, just like Terry said, showing kindness, taking initiative, and standing up for justice. Together, we can all make a difference. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Shauna Rupp. I am the director of the Kingfisher Chamber of Commerce. We're very excited to be a part of this assembly today. And our hope is that this will not just be another assembly that you had to go to sitting here crisscross applesauce like you used to in the elementary school, but you are surrounded, and I hope you take it to heart today, by a phenomenal group of people in your hometown community that are investing to make this a better place to work, live, and play. And I am convinced that we are looking out at future citizens of Kingfisher who are going to be up here one of these days saying the same words. You are going to graduate, do your success, maybe come back home, maybe open a business, and all of that is exciting. So we look forward to, as your peers, to one day seeing you guys up here and then planting in the lives of younger people. So the honor that the Chamber has today is that one of the best examples of citizenships and community actually happens to be among us today. Every year at the Chamber banquet, we give a special award to a community member called the Lifetime Achievement Award. This year, we are incredibly honored to be a part of this citizenship assembly, but we are able to give that award here today. This individual demonstrates a strong sense of empathy and consideration for the well-being of others. He is unyielding to personal integrity and upholds a humble heart of service. This model citizen embodies active and responsible community participation, upholding ethical behavior, and contributing positively to society, having the rare opportunity to have a profound impact on 4 generations. The Kingfisher Public School family and Chamber of Commerce is proud to present this plaque today for the Lifetime Achievement Award. This is to acknowledge your living example of citizenship, community, service, and the influence you have made on generations. Your humble service continues to leave a profound impact on countless lives. Today, we present this to Dr. A.J. Johnson.
Dr. Johnson, apologies for being part of the ruse to get you in the room so this award could get presented today, but when they told me it was going to happen no matter what, I would definitely wanted to be a part of it. But one thing I want to share with everybody that kind of ties in with the citizenship ideas, but I think is exemplified by Dr. Johnson, something that was shared at Boys State this year by Coach Barry Henson, so hopefully those words mean a little bit to you, Dr. Johnson, since he's one of your delegates. But he talked to us this year about 4 traits that every person that we admire has. I want to go through those real quick. The first one is they always refer to you by your name. Every time you walk into Dr. Johnson's room, might not be your first name, but Mr. Harrison, that always comes out. You know he knows who you are, and he knows that you care. The second thing is that they're apolitical. They don't push their politics on anybody. And in almost 30 years of knowing you, I still don't think I understand your political views, so you clearly exemplify that. Third, they don't judge anybody. They're just there to help and be a guide and try to do good in the world. And the fourth one is that they're always kind. They're always there to push you. Now, to make sure you don't think you're going soft, that doesn't always mean they agree with you on everything. They're able to tell you no and that you need to rethink things, but that's there to push you and make you better. And that's a way that, at least for me, you have always shown that kindness, and I greatly appreciate that. I want to have a quote, and then I'll pass it on to the next person, but Senator Bill Bradley once said that leadership is unlocking people's potential to become better. Dr. Johnson, you have certainly done that for me and countless other people in this room. You've certainly made your proverbial dent in the universe through your leadership, your mentorship, your friendship, and your kindness to me and, again, everyone else in this room. I'm just thrilled to get to be here today to say thank you.
My name is Darcy Yeck. I'm in the Oklahoma State Senate. I was elected back in 2014. In 1975, graduate of Kingfisher High School. So, Dr. Johnson, I think we walked some of the same halls together. I was a student, and you as a young teacher back then. I think in 1974, we probably crossed paths again at Boys State. I'm trying to remember where that was at. I think it was Tahlequah that year. So, I think we crossed paths then, and you've been a legacy at Boys State for a long time, but that's only one of your accomplishments. So, like Jared, I was in on this ruse a little bit. Somebody had to get really creative on how to get you to actually accept this award. I think they couldn't get you to the chamber banquet, so they had to come up with this, and there's nothing wrong with this assembly. It's a great topic, talking about citizenship, so I welcome that. But I was told, I was sworn to secrecy, that it was not to let the word out because they didn't want to get back to you. You must have found out. You're dressed all in a tie like you're going to receive something, so if the word got out, it wasn't from me. I will admit I did tell Vicki last night, but other than that, I'm not responsible if the word got out. But I just want you to know that I appreciate the way you represent yourself, my school, my community, and the profession. You've always been a professional. I've known you to be that way as long as I've known you, and I've known you for a long time. When I am up and about early, I see your vehicle here early, and I don't know how long it's been there. So I think a lot of times you're probably the first one here and maybe the last one to leave. So that speaks to your dedication, that speaks to your professionalism, and also I think speaks to your integrity and your character and just the example you set not only for these students and your students over the years, and a lot of those students over the years are on this panel or up here today. So if I think sometimes the word legacy is overused some, and I know you're going to be around here for a long time, but just know whenever the time comes you do decide to step away, you've left a legacy. You've set the example for a lot of your peers and a lot of these students. So I just want you to know I respect you very much for what you've done. And I was honored to provide a citation for this day. So if you bear with me, I'd like to read this citation. Citation of congratulations, Dr. A.J. Johnson. Whereas Dr. A.J. Johnson has dedicated 53 remarkable years to the field of education, including an extraordinary 51 years of unwavering service to Kingfisher Public Schools. And whereas Dr. Johnson's steadfast commitment to the academic and personal growth of countless students has left an indelible impact on the Kingfisher community and beyond. Whereas his exceptional leadership, compassion, and dedication have served as a model of excellence for educators and administrators across the state of Oklahoma. And whereas Dr. Johnson's contributions to education reflect not only a lifetime of achievement, but also profound legacy of inspiration, innovation, and integrity. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Oklahoma Senate, on behalf of a grateful state, recognizes and honors Dr. A.J. Johnson for his outstanding contributions to the field of education and congratulates him on this most well-deserved Lifetime Achievement Award. Dr. Johnson, congratulations.
Good morning to everyone. I appreciate the opportunity to be before you today. I am not a graduate of Kingfisher, but I experienced Dr. Johnson's class through my youngest son almost nightly, just discussing the topics that he had discussed in class that day. So I appreciate that, his influence here. What a special, special day to honor him. So I'm Jeff Covalt, the mayor of Kingfisher. So if you would bear with me, I'm going to read a proclamation. We're going to change it up from a citation to a proclamation. So I will tell you, though, you all you students have heroes walking among you. And I will tell you that you take that for granted today, but you'll look back on this 10 or 15 or 20 years from today and think, man, Dr. Johnson and other teachers around here had a huge influence on you. And I will tell you that I'm removed from high school a long time, but I had one special teacher that taught me calculus. And because of that, I became an engineer. And I think you will look back and some of the things that you've seen with Jared Harrison and Senator Yeck and former Representative Mike Sanders and a number of others, the influence that Dr. Johnson had is tremendous. So with that, if you will bear with me here, you'll get used to the word whereas here. So, whereas the dedicated citizens of Kingfisher, along with the broader community across the United States of America, hereby acknowledges lives have been profoundly touched and influenced by the selfless contributions of Dr. A.J. Johnson, come together to celebrate today and honor his extraordinary impact on our community. Whereas Dr. A.J. Johnson has exemplified unwavering devotion to service through his distinguished military career, demonstrating steadfast loyalty and exceptional commitment to our nation, embodying the very values that define what it means to be an American. Whereas over a commendable span of 53 years, Dr. A.J. Johnson has exhibited an unparalleled commitment to education, spending an impressive 51 years, I think he's in his 52nd year, devoted to enriching your lives here in Kingfisher Public Schools, making an incalculable difference in shaping the minds, aspirations, and futures of countless students, instilling in them a passion for learning and a drive to succeed. Whereas Dr. A.J. Johnson has also devoted 57 years of his life to the esteemed Oklahoma American Legion Boys State Program, a premier initiative recognized for cultivating high school leadership skills and nurturing the potential within young leaders, ensuring that the next generation is equipped with the tools necessary to become effective, engaged citizens. Whereas Dr. A.J. Johnson's outstanding service, profound dedication, and genuine compassion have left an indelible mark not only on our community, but also extend far beyond its borders, inspiring many to strive for greatness and to embody the spirit of community service and leadership. Whereas we gather today to also reflect upon the values of integrity, commitment, and hard work that Dr. A.J. Johnson represents, and to recognize how these virtues have intertwined with his life's work, impacting those around him in ways that will last for generations to come. Now, therefore, as mayor of Kingfisher, on the behalf of the city commission, city staff, and the citizens of Kingfisher, I hereby declare January 17th, 2025 as Dr. A.J. Johnson Day in honor of his extraordinary contributions, unwavering commitment to service, and remarkable ability to inspire others to pursue excellence.
I'm Andy Evans. I'm your interim superintendent. I think you've seen me around a little bit, but I get to close this out. And I want you guys the students, to take this with great respect for you. We had an assembly this week honoring President Carter in remembrance. And during that remembrance, those things can go one of three ways. They can go really bad and people are up there not paying attention, on their phones, being loud, not being respectful. The other is they can enjoy the music. Or the third thing is they can go in there and do everything perfect. You did everything perfect. I could not ask for a set of kids to walk in, young adults, to walk into a room with the reverence that you did and with the way that you showed respect to the memory of a man that you didn't even meet and wasn't even serving during your lifetime. Do you know why you did that? The reason you did that is because of Dr. Johnson. Dr. Johnson asked us to have that particular program. We have done that over and over and over here. This is my second time around to get to work with Dr. Johnson, and it is always a pleasure. But the thing that we have always done is we've always taught you through the example of Dr. Johnson and the teachers around you how to take care of business and how to act when you're supposed to be reverent and how to act when you're supposed to be having fun. Look around you at the teachers around you. These people around you have stepped up in ways this year that I just can't imagine. Dr. Johnson has stepped up in ways this year that I didn't even imagine, and I don't think they even thought they knew they would be doing this year. You have stepped up in ways that you could not imagine. And I appreciate that, and I get to see that every day. But whenever I look at this man back here, I see a man that is very dedicated to his craft. He mentors those around him, both students, teachers, principals, and especially interim superintendents. I want you to know we have the opportunity to be in the presence of great people every day. And A.J. Johnson is one of those people that is not ever going to tell you how great he is never going to want you to recognize it, but he is. But there's also other great people. Look at your teachers. They do great things. The retired teachers that are here today, would y'all stand up, please? Please. And we have an oncoming school board member and a school board member. Would y'all stand up? Community service is important. And thank you for your attention today. I know this has been a little bit different than what you were expecting, but let's tell Dr. Johnson thank you. Thank you for being the guy that takes our pictures. Thank you for being the guy that always lifts us up. And thank you for being that constant, steady force that's always here and volunteering. Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson. Thank you. Now, I've always been taught, never stand between a teenager and lunch. So, students, you are dismissed to go to fifth hour win or lunch. Thank you very much.